Okay, so hi. Hi, class Metanique. This is Teacher Kath again, and today we are going to study about factoring polynomials with a common monomial factor. Okay, so let us first try to look at, okay, look at our learning competencies. Okay, so the learner should be able to factor completely different types of polynomials. Okay, like for example, this one, okay, we are going to factor this with a common monomial factors. Okay, another is the student will be able to solve problems involving factors of polynomials. Okay, so these are the learning competencies for this lesson. Okay, next, what are the learning objectives? At the end of this lesson, the learner should be able to accurately determine the greatest common monomial factor of a polynomial. He should also be accurately determine the greatest common monomial factor of a polynomial. He or she should be able to correctly solve word problems involving factors of polynomials with common monomial factor. Okay, so those are the learning objectives for this lesson. Okay, now let us try to review. Okay, before trying to go to our lesson, let us try to review. Okay, let's try to review the first one. Okay, finding the greatest common factor. Okay, so let's try to find the greatest common factor for this one. Okay, next we are going to divide polynomials by a monomial divisor. So we're also going to review about that. Okay, okay. So let us try to find the greatest common factor first of a number. So this is just a review. Okay, before we go to factoring the polynomials using their greatest common monomial factor. So let's try to check out how do we first find the greatest common factor of a number. Okay, so let's look at this. So remember when you were in grade school, okay, how do you find the GCF of two numbers? You have 18 and 24. Okay, so let's try to the listing method. Okay, so in listing method, we're going to list all the different factors first of 18. So let's start with 1. Okay, so of course, 1 is partnered with 18. Okay, and then next we have 2. 2 and what is the factor of the other one if we have 2? Of course, we also have 9 because 9 times 2 is 18. Can it be divided by 3? Of course, yes. Okay, if we can divide it by 3, what is the other factor? It is 6. Okay, so can we divide it by 4? No, we can't. Can we divide it by 5? We cannot also. Okay, and so we have 6, 9, and 18. Okay, so these are the factors of 18. What about 24? So let's start with 1 and 24. Okay, next we have 2. Can it be divided by 2? Okay, so we have 2 and 12. What about 3? Okay, yes, it can also be divided by 3. What is the other factor? It is 8. Okay, can it be divided by 4? Yes, and the partner is 6. Okay, and after 4 is 5. It cannot be divided by 5. So these are the factors of 24 and 18. Now, we still won't stop there because we still haven't got the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor of 18 and 24, okay, is Okay, we have 2, 3. Okay, but it is not the greatest. The greatest is 6. Okay, so the GCF of 18 and 24 is 6. So we can divide 18 and 24 by 6. Okay? So next, let us try to clear this up and let's have another example. What about 45 and 54? Okay? So we have 45 and 54. Let us try to find the common factors of 45 and 54. But first, let's factor them. Let's try to get the factors of 45. We have 1 and 45. Okay. Can this be divided by 2? We can't because this is not divisible by 2. Can this be divided by 3? Yes, it can be divided by 3. So we have 3 and 15. How about 4? Can this be divided by 4? No, we can't divide this by 4. How about 5? Yes, 5 and 9. How about 6? Can this be divided by 6? No, it cannot. 7 cannot be. Okay, so these are the factors of 45. 1, 3, 5, 9, 15, and 45. What about 54? Let's try. 1 and 54. Okay. 2. This one is divisible by 2. So 2, 54 divided by 2. Okay. We will have 27. Okay. How about 3? Can 54 be divided by 3? Yes. Okay. So we have 3 and 18. How about 4? Can 54 be divided by 4? No, it has a remainder. How about 5? No, because this is not divisible by 5. How about 6? Yes, okay, so we can divide 54 by 6 and we have 9. Okay, so these are the factors of 54. We have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18, 27, and 54. Now, what are the common factors of 45 and 54? Common factors lang, ha? Okay, so we have 1, of course, that is given. We have 9. Okay, 9 is the only common factor. And, of course, if it's the only common factor for 45 and 54, it's also the greatest. Okay, so the GCF of 45 and 54 is 9. Just simply 9. Okay, next, let's try to clear this up. Let's go to the next one. What about 30 and 36? Okay, so hanapin naman natin ang common factor ng 30 and 36. Let us start with 1. Okay? 1 and 30. Okay? So, yan. Kasi 1 times 30 is equal to 30. So, yan yung magka-partner. How about 2? Pwede ba natin siya i-divide sa 2? Yes. Okay? And ano yung partner ng 2? 15. Okay? What about 3? Okay, yes. So, ang kapartner ng 3 ay 10. What about 4? Hindi siya pwede. 5? Yes, pwede ang 5. 5 at saka 5 at saka 6. Okay? So, pwede ang 5 at 6. Okay? So, hindi na pwede siya sa 7, 8, 9. Hindi pwede. So, the factors of 30 is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. What about 36? So we have 1 and 36. Okay, 2 and, okay, so can you divide this by 2? 2 and 18. How about pag 3? Paano pag 3? Let's divide this by 3. You have 12. Okay, how about by 4? Okay, very good. It is 9. How about 5? Di pwede. And we have 6 times 6, you have 36. Okay, so let's get all the common factors first. Okay, you have 2, 3, 6. Meron pa ba? Wala na. Okay, now, let's get the greatest. The greatest common factor. Ito yun, 6. So, the greatest common factor of 30 and 36 is also 6. Okay? So, ganyan ang pagkuha ng greatest common factor ng 30 at 36. Okay? Next. Okay, this time, let us try to divide polynomials by a monomial divisor. So, tingnan natin kung nare-refresh pa kayo nung kayo ay grade 7. Okay? So, let's try to divide this one. X raised to the 8th power and x raised to the 6th power. Okay, so di ba ganyan yan, ang itsura niyan? X times x, 8 beses mo daw i-multiply yung x. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, ito naman, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now i-divide natin. Di ba pag dinidivide natin itong mga monomials, okay, or polynomials, we are trying to cancel them. Okay, at kung ilan yung natira, okay, yun yung magiging answer. So, yung natira, 2x. So, it is equal to x squared. Ngayon, wala na dito natira, kundi 1. And x squared divided by 1 is also x squared. So, the answer is x squared. Okay, so medyo nare-refresh na tayo, ha? Okay, next. Let's try to divide this time. Okay, y raised to the 10th power and y raised to the 8th power. Okay, so katulad din kanina, okay, pwede mong gawin yun. That is the long method. Yun yung explanation. Bakit natin kina-cancel yun. Pero another, okay, para mas mabilis kayo, you can do this one. Y, and then kung mas mataas, itong numerator, lagay mo yan, minus 8. Okay? So, y raised to the 10th power minus 8 is equal to y squared. Okay? So, nanalo yun nandun sa taas yung numerator, kaya wala ng denominator. Kaya ang answer natin ay y squared. Okay? So, yung explanation nito, bakit natin may minus, okay, yung kanina, yung earlier. Okay? So, understood? Next, what about this one? Okay? So, we are already reviewing. Okay? So, gawin ulit natin, minus na lang natin. 7 minus 6 is equal to m raised to the first power, or we just simply write m. We don't need to write the first power. Okay? It is just only the variable m, and this one is the answer. Okay? Next. Now, this time, let us try to divide polynomial by a binomial. Okay? So, let us try to remember. Okay? Bakit natin kailangan i-remember? Kasi nga, ganito gagawin natin mamaya sa factor ng polynomials using a common monomial factor. Okay? So, remember, yung pag-divide ng polynomials, you have 12x squared plus 10x minus 12. Okay? And then, i-divide mo yan. Okay, 3x minus 2. Ngayon, ang kukunin mo lang dito, yung unang term ng dividend and then yung unang term ng divisor. Yun lang ang i-divide mo. Okay? So, let's try to divide it. Okay, lagay natin dito. 12x squared minus, divided by 3x. Okay, katulad kanina. Okay, 12 divided by 3, 4. Okay, and then x squared, 2 minus 1, you have x na lang. You don't need to write the x. So, ang answer dito ay 4x. Okay? So, ayan, dinivide natin. Then, let's try to, multiply it back. 4x times 3x is equal to 12x squared. Ngayon, nakalimutan natin, ito syempre binomial siya. So, we also have to multiply it back dito sa pangalawa niya. So, 4x times negative 2 is equal to negative 8x. So, ayan, magkapareho na sila ng variable. Then, isasubtract na natin yan. Okay, kailangan na natin siya isubtract. But, remember, kapag magsasubtract tayo, di ba, sa algebra, we need to change all the signs of the subtrahend. So, this becomes negative from positive and the negative becomes positive na. Okay? And then, change the operation to addition. So, 12x squared plus negative 12x squared, wala na yan. Cancelled na yan. 0 na. Okay? And then, 10x plus positive 8x magiging 18x. Okay? And then, ibaba natin ulit yung 12. Okay? Next, ito ulit, yung dividend na bago, divide natin doon sa first term ng divisor, which is 3x. So, 18x divided by 3x. Okay, so 18 divided by 3 is equal to 6. And x divided by x is wala na, 1 na lang. Kaya 6 times 1, you have 6. Okay, so ano yung operation niya? That is also positive. So, lalagay mo dito plus 6. Okay, and then let's multiply it back. Okay, doon ulit sa binomial, doon sa divisor. 6 times 3x is equal to 18x. And then 6 times negative 2 is equal to negative 12. Okay? Then we're going to subtract again. Subtract natin. But before subtracting, we need to change all the signs of the subtrahend again. And then proceed to addition. Okay, then 18x minus 18x. Okay, cancel na yan. Negative 12 plus positive 12, 0 na rin. So, there's no remainder. So, the answer to this equation, 12x squared plus 10x minus 12 divided by the binomial 3x minus 2 is 4x plus 6. Okay? So, yan yung quotient. Okay? Next. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, so this is a polynomial divided by a monomial. Kanina, binomial yun. Ngayon naman, monomial lang. So, let's try to divide it. Okay? So, 24 x to the 5th power plus 16x to the 4th power minus 4x cubed plus 8x squared. Okay, so sunod-sunod yung mga exponents niya. Kapag may lumagtaw dyan, you just need to put 0. Okay, pero dahil sunod-sunod yung ating exponent, so okay lang na magkakasunod yan. Then, divided by the monomial 4x squared. Okay, so let us try to divide the first dividend divided by the monomial. Okay, so 24 divided by 4, that is 6. Okay, so, and then yung x to the 5th power divided by x squared, ma-minus nyo lang yan. So, ang natira ay cube. Okay, then let's multiply it back. 6x cubed divided by times 4x squared, that is 24x to the 5th power. Okay, and then sasubtract natin ulit. And if we are going to subtract, let us try to change the operation and the sign. Okay, so 0 na yan. So let's bring down 16x to the 4th power. Okay, so divide natin ulit. 16 divided by 4. Okay, positive 4 yan. Okay, and then x to the 4th power minus x squared yan. And then let's multiply it back. Okay, it will also be 16x to the 4th power. Okay, then let us try to subtract it again by changing the sign of the subtrahend, then proceed to addition, 0 ulit. And then, baba lang natin yung susunod, may bago na tayong dividend. Okay, so, negative 4 divided by positive 4. It is negative 1. Okay? Tapos ito may natira. So, negative x na lang. You don't need to write 1. Okay? And then, let us try to multiply it back. Okay, magiging negative 4x cubed. Okay, and then let us try to subtract it. Okay, magiging positive na itong subtrahend. Then proceed to addition, 0 ulit. Okay, then let us try to bring down x. Okay, x squared, 8x squared divided by 4x squared. So that is positive. 8 divided by 4, that is 2. And x squared divided by x squared is 1. Okay, kaya you don't need to write 1 kasi 2 times 1 is 2. And then let's multiply it back. 2 times 4x squared, you have 8x squared. And let us try to change the sign of the subtrahend kasi nag-subtract tayo. Okay, and then 0 na. Okay, so the answer dito ay 6x cubed plus 4x squared minus x plus 2. Okay, so yan yung sagot dito sa polynomial. Okay, next. Okay, kaya natin ulit mag-divide ng may binomial ulit. Okay, so medyo itaas natin dito. Okay, so let's try to divide. Ito na yun. Ilagay ko lang dito itong divisor. Plus 5. Okay, so, okay, malito dyan. 6x squared divided by 2x. Okay, so 6 divided by 2, that is 3. And then x squared divided by x yun. Okay, and then let's multiply it back. 3x times 2x, you have 6x squared. Okay, and then if you're going to subtract, change again the sign, and then 0 na siya. And then ito, may pangalawa tayong term. So 3x plus 5 is equal to 15. Okay, 15x. Okay, so nakalimutan natin yan. So positive x plus negative 15x, that is negative 14x. Okay? And negative 14x divided by, ibaba natin itong 35. Divided by 2x, that is negative 14 divided by 2, so negative siya. 7, okay, at wala na yung x. Okay? So 7 times 2x is equal to negative 14x. And then yung pangalawang term, negative 7 times positive 5, you have negative 35. Okay, so remember, pag nagsasubtract, just change all the signs of the subtrahend and then proceed to addition. So opposite signs is equal to 0. So ayan na yun. The answer is 3x minus 7. Ang dali lang, diba? Okay, so next. Let us now, okay, so tapos na tayo dito sa pag-review natin ng mga basics. So we already have reviewed yung paano natin makuha yung GCF ng number. at yung pag-divide ulit ng mga polynomial. Okay? Now, this time, we are going to go to our proper lesson. Factor na natin yung polynomials with a common monomial factor. Okay? So, ano nga ba yung greatest common monomial factor? Okay? Ito yung the product of the greatest common numerical factor and a second component made up of the common variable factors, each with the highest power common to each term. Okay, so parang ang hirap, no? Kasi English tayo. Okay, but don't worry, makukuha niyo rin yan as we follow the steps to get the greatest common monomial factor. Okay, so first, let us try to find the GCF of the numerical coefficients and the GCF ng mga variables by prime factorization. Okay, so ito yung given natin. 9a b squared minus 15a cubed b squared. So what is the GCF of these two terms? Okay, so hanapan nga natin ano yung common factor ng 9a b squared at saka nung negative 15a cubed b squared. Okay, so katulad kanina, di ba nililist natin? So the factors dito ay 3 times 3 times A times B times B. Okay, so ganyan, di ba? Nilista natin katulad kanina. Ito naman, negative 1 times 3 times 5 times A times A times A times B times B. Okay? So now let us all get the common factors. Okay? So you have 3. Okay? So pag may common factor na yan, cancel na yan. Ito rin, cancel na rin to. At yung B, dalawang B, cancel na rin yan. Okay? So ano yung common factors dito? So nakita natin. Ano yung mga kinancel natin? So let's try to put it here. So the greatest common monomial factor is 3a b squared. Okay? So yan yung mga pare-pareho. So the greatest common monomial factor of these two terms is 3ab squared. Okay? Next. So yan, nakuha na natin yung greatest common monomial factor nila. Ano yung susunod na step? Okay, so we get the product of the GCF for the numerical coefficients and the variable. And this will be the greatest common monomial factor. So yun yung ginawa natin kanina. Kaya nakuha natin yung kaninang 3ab squared. Next. Ano naman yung susunod na step? Okay, divide each term of the given polynomial by the greatest common monomial factor to find the other factor. Okay, this other factor and the greatest common monomial factor are the factors of the given. Okay, of the given polynomial. Kaya ito yun. Kinuha na natin yung lahat ng common factor, common monomial factor sa kanilang dalawa, which is next 3a, at yung dalawa. Okay? So, let us try another one. Okay, kung di nyo pa nakuha. Okay, so ito ulit yung dalawang terms. Okay, so let's try to get it. Okay, lista natin dyan. Ito ay 8x cubed. Okay, so lista natin. So, ano daw yung mga factors ng 6? So, let's have the factors of 6. Pwede tayong 2 at saka 3. Diba? Times A times X. Next. Ito naman. Ano yung factor? Prime factorization. So, we have 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, dapat prime. Hindi pwedeng 2 times 4. Kasi yung 4 ay hindi prime. Okay? So, next, x times x times x. Okay? So, let us try to get all the common monomial factors. Just give me a second. Okay? So, ito lang 2. Tapos, ito naman. Okay? So, yan lang yung common monomial factor nila. So, the greatest common monomial factor is 2x. Now, yung 3. Let us try to divide daw yung common monomial factor dito sa dalawa. So, yung greatest common monomial factor natin, which is 6a. Sabihin lang natin. Nakuha natin yung common monomial factor nila, which is 2x. So, 6ax plus 8x cubed, okay, divided by 2x. Okay, ganun yun. So, let's start to divide it. Okay, so ito munang unang term. Okay, and then yung pangalawang term, ito naman. Yun yung third na step. So, 6ax divided by 2x. Ganyan yun, di ba? Pinaghiwalay lang natin. Okay, pero common yung factor nilang dalawa. So, 6ax, so divided by, that will be 3. And then cancel natin to. 3a yung natira. And how about this one? 4. And then, x cubed minus 1. Okay, minus x raised to the 5th power. So, magiging x squared. Kaya, okay, yung common monomial factor nila ay 2x. Okay, dinivide dito sa 6ax plus 8x cubed. Yun ay 3a plus 4x squared. Okay, so gawin natin yun. Lagay natin dito. Let's factor it. 2x times 3a plus 4x squared. Okay? So, yan yung ating factoring. Okay? So, itong common monomial factor, we're going to distribute it dun sa factoring, yung special product, diba? Yun yung opposite. But this time, we are going to factor it to the common monomial factor. Kaya ito yung. Okay? Next. Okay, paano naman kung ganito? Okay, we have a trinomial here. So let us try to get the common monomial factor of this terms. Okay, bago natin siya ma-factor. So we have 15. Okay, medyo nagsimula. Dulo. So we have 15 x squared, y squared, and then negative 10 xy cubed, and we have positive 20 xy squared. Okay, so let's try to get all the factors of 15 muna. 3 times 5, okay, prime factor na yan, times x times y times y. Next, what about 10? So we have negative 1 times 2 times 5 times x times y times y times y. Okay, next. Paano naman itong 20? So we have 2 times 2 times 5. Kasi 4 times 5. Okay, yung 4, kailangan mo pang ikuhanin yung factor yun kasi kailangan prime siya. Kaya 2 times 2 times 5 times x times y times y. Okay, so let us try to get the common monomial factor of this one. Okay, of this terms. Okay, so we have here, ang common lang dito sa kanila ay 5. Okay, so let's try to put 5 here sa baba. Okay, and we also have x, and then another y, and another y. So we have, okay, the common monomial factor for this terms is 5xy squared. So sulat natin dito, 5xy squared. Pagkatapos niyan, titingnan nyo para mas madali. Kasi nag-divide pa tayo. So, ang gawin nyo na lang para shortcut, tingnan nyo na lang yung mga natira. So, dito sa unang term, ang natira ay 3 at saka x. So, sulat mo lang dyan, 3. Okay? And then, dito naman, negative 1 times 2, you have negative 2. So, lagay natin dyan, negative 2. And may natira ba na variable? Yes, may natira y. And then, dito sa huli, positive 2, 2 times 2, that is 4. So, kung positive yan, plus 4. And then, may natira ba na variable? Wala. Okay? So, yan. That's it. That's how you factor polynomials with a common monomial. Ang dali lang, diba? So, with this method, okay, nakita mo na kung ano yung mga natira, and that is the answer. Okay, next. What about this one? Okay, so medyo nadadalian na tayo. Let us try again. Okay, so 6m p cube q squared. Next, we have 30 b p to the fourth power q squared. And then minus 24 p cube q cubed. Okay, so let's try to get all the factors of these terms. Okay, ang 6, ang prime factors niya ay 2 at saka 3. And then times m times p, tatlong p daw, times q. Next, ito namang 30. So what are the prime factorization of 30? Okay, so 6 times 5 siya. At yung 6 times 5 ay 2 times 3, that is 6, times 5. Okay, times b, may b siya. And then times p, times p, times p. Okay, apat na p siya. Times dalawang q ulit. Okay, next. Ito naman negative 24. Of course, may negative 1 yan. Tapos, ang factors ng 24 ay 6 times 4. Pero pwede mo pang i-factor yung 6 at saka 4. So, it will be 2 times 2 para sa 4. And then 2 times 3 para sa 6. And then tatlong p. And then tatlong q. Okay, so let us get all the common factors. Okay, so ito yun, yung una. 2, may 3 ba? Yes, we also have 3. Kompleto din. Walang 5. Next, p. Okay, ilan yung p dito? Okay, so lahat ng p. 1, 2, and 3. So, may natirang isang p. How about yung q? Okay, you have q here. And another q. Okay, and may natirang q na isa pa. So, let us get all the common monomial factor, which is 2 times 3 times 1, 2, 3. So, tatlong 3. And then, ilang q? Dalawa lang. So, q squared. Okay, 2 times 3 is equal to 6. So, 6p cubed q squared. Okay, so this one is a common monomial factor. Sulat natin dito. Okay, sulat natin ulit sa taas. Okay, and then let's put a parenthesis. Okay, so katulad kanina, sinabi ko kung ano na lang yung natira dito sa listing method na walang common factor, yun ang isusulat nyo dito sa parenthesis. So, M na lang yung natira. And then this one, positive. Okay, so positive 5B. So, positive 5B. Okay, and pero may negative 2. So, negative 2 times 2, that is 4. So, negative 4. At may natirang Q. Okay? And if we are going to check it, okay, so let us start to check kung talagang totoo yung pagkuha natin ng factor netong term na to. We are going to distribute it. Okay, so ito, distribute natin dito sa mga terms sa parenthesis. So, 6p cubed, so 6m, so siyempre sunod-sunod dapat yung letra, q squared, okay, so tama. And then, 5 times 6, that is 30, b, okay, oh, we forgot the p, bp, kaya maganda nag-check, 4, and q squared. And then minus 24, okay, p cube, and q cube. Kasi ito ay may q and then plus yung q squared. So, q cube din siya. So, we have the same answer. Okay, so ayan yung pag-factor ng polynomials to the common monomial. So, ang dali lang, di ba, mga class matinik? Okay, so let us now go here. Let's try another one. Okay? So, try naman natin to. Medyo madali na to kasi dalawang terms lang. So, 5b squared b. Okay? At itong isa ay 10c squared b to the fourth power. Okay? So, let's try to get the prime factorization. 1 at saka 5. Okay? So, 5 na lang lagay natin. Times b times b times d. How about this one? Okay, 2 times 5. So, dapat magkasunod yung factors niya. Okay. And then, C times D times D times D kasi 4. Okay, and let's get all the common factors, which is 5. At ito ay isang D. So, the common monomial factor is 5D. Okay? So, tingnan natin kung ano yung natira. Okay, sulat natin dito. So, 5D. And then, we put the parentheses. Ano yung natira dito sa unang term? You have D squared. And then, dito, plus C squared. O, we also have 2. Okay, ito nga pala. So, C squared. And then, D cubed. Okay, and if we are going to check again by distributive property, we have 5D times B squared. Magiging answer niya ay 5B squared D. Ito naman, pag distribute mo din, 2 times 5 is 10, and then C squared, and B raised to the fourth power. So, our factoring is complete. Okay, tama siya. Okay, so bakit natin sinecheck? Kasi nga, baka may makalimutan tayo na ma-include dito sa pag-factor natin. Okay, katulad ko nito. Next. Okay, what about this one? This trinomial. So, 2a cubed x to the fourth power and z to the fifth power. Ito naman, 6a cubed x cubed z to the sixth power. At ito ay 3a 6 to the sixth power x squared and c to the sixth power. Okay, so let's try to factor this one. So, itong 2 times a, tatlong a yan. Itong x Iligtan lang natin kasi dami niya. Itong Z. Z times Z. Iligtan lang. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, ito naman ay negative 1. And then times 2 times 3 times 1, 2, 3 times x, 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 at 6 na z. Ngayon, kung nahirapan kayo, pwede naman na ilagay nyo rin yung mag-minus na lang kayo. Pero baka mamaya mahirapan kayo, malito. Okay, ito naman ay 3 times a. So, 6 na a. Ito naman ay 2x. At ito ay 6 ulit. Okay, so let's try to get all the common factors. So, walang numerical coefficient na pareho. Ang pareho lang ay ito, isang A, and then pangalawang A, and then pangatlong A. Okay, next, yung X. Try natin. Ito yung unang X, pangalawa. Okay, tapos ito sa Z. So, 5 versus sa 6. So, lahat na to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, except yung mga natira. Except this one. So, let us try to get all the common factors. You have a cubed. Okay, and then x. Ilan yung sa x? Dalawa lang. And then sa z, yun ay 5. So, the greatest common monomial factor is a cubed, x squared, z to the 5th power. Okay, so let's get the parentheses. May mga multiply natin. Ano ba yung mga tatira? You have 2. Dalawang x. X squared yan. May natira bang z? Wala. Okay, and then negative 2. So, negative 6. Okay, and then may natira bang x? Walang natirang x, pero may natirang z. And then, ito naman, 3. So, positive 3. May natirang tatlong a. Yan, kasi may a pa dito. And then, walang natirang x, pero may natirang z. Okay, so let's try to check again. Tama ba? 2ax cubed, x to the 4th, okay, and z to the 5th. Ito naman, negative 6a cubed, x squared. May natira. Okay, so tingnan nyo. Meron na naman ulit tayong nakaligtaan. So, dapat ito ay mayroong x. Nato mag-c. Okay, and then 3a, 3 times a cubed, so a to the 6th power, and then x squared, and then b to the 6th. Okay, so ito yung factoring netong expression nito. Okay? So, naiintindihan ba lahat mga class matinik? Okay, so I hope you really learned, okay, on this lesson sa factoring polynomials with the greatest common monomial factor. At ang susunod nating video ay mga exercises naman ito. So, let's have more exercises about factoring polynomials with a common monomial. Okay? So, see you on my next video.